Hello everyone, Matt here, and welcome to our Sunday stream. How's it going everyone? I hope you're all having a good Sunday. We're jumping into Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. We are carrying on our progress of the DLC 1 in particular with Straya. So I want to go to additional story, DLC 1, and we're going to jump into Quest for a Chance Encounter, which is up the recommended player rank from 22. I think the last one was 22, previously 21. We're at 46, so we'll be fine. What we are doing, if you look at the top right, we've got 78,000 of the coil. We are working boss raid, Skull Reaper. Go on then, we'll do that. We've not done that in a while. We've not done online in a while. I'm hoping it's going to join us into 8 other people there. You can't lead us into that and say, oh, there's no one here. So yeah, we are going to jump into the DLC. I think I was tempted there by exclusive equipment. Yeah, let's go as Sinone. And we'll see how we do. Zara Sweaty VR. That's an interesting name. And Grumpy. Thank you so much for joining. I do hope you're all having a good Sunday. Zara, Yuto, I hope you both enjoy your time at the amusement park. You have to let us know how that goes when you get back. Sweaty, unfortunately not. No, we're not playing on the Switch 2. We are in fact playing on the on PC on Steam. We're 45, so I guess we above this level 35 Skull Reaper, so we should be okay, I think. Do we have all our skills available? Yeah, Grumpy, I hope you're having a good day, whatever you're up to. Let us know. How's it going? My day today has been I wouldn't say an exciting day. I've just been on Fortnite pretty much all morning. I've I've been trying to level up to 100 to get the Green Ranger. To get the Green Ranger skin, and then I looked into it, and there's a bonus like pass that you work towards after that, and then through that you obtain the Dino Megazord Black and Gold color scheme. It's like, yeah, I really want that. So yeah, so I've been on Fortnite quite a bit today. I've finished all the Scooby-Doo related quests because Scooby and the gang are now in Fortnite, of course, with it being Halloween. So I've completed all that, and I think I've got like one more story quest that I'm doing before more quests get added tomorrow. So yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's just that my morning, like a good 4+ hours, has been me on Fortnite. I've been doing other things in amongst, but that's been like kind of the main focus, I guess. You're playing Hades 2? Awesome, awesome. I was watching a video by Good Vibes Gaming. Steve, part of the one of the members of the team, they were talking about games they were playing and recent news and giving opinions on things, and they've been playing Hades 2, and it sounds really good and fun. And I'd obviously want to play the first one before the sequel. But yeah, it looks really good. I'd definitely be interested in playing Hades. But how's Hades 2 then, Grumpy? Did you play the first one? Right, let's get our items appraised, see if we get any goodies. See, this is like much higher rankings. Now, granted, they're still like uncommon and rare, so we'll dismantle them. But it did say we were gonna get epic equipment, legendary equipment. So let's get rid of these. And then, so we've got the Hydra shooter for Len. The Hecate Gen Ion. Genion. That's got a Tri-Burst Barrage, whatever that is. It's a special effect. And the chance for enemies to drop healing items with a rank 51 Anti-Venom Mage Bracelet. Okay, that's cool. We got some cool stuff there. Oh, we leveled up twice. And we got the character ranking for Sinnoh up as well. Okay, that's cool. I can take that. You played the first one. 2 is just as much fun, in my humble opinion. That's really good. That's really good. It's that's kind of like how I felt with SteamWorld Dig. If you've ever played SteamWorld Dig, the sequel, SteamWorld Dig 2, I personally thought was just as good as the first game. Maybe even slightly better. The first one is a lot more simple and basic in compared to the second one, but the second one kind of expands and does a lot more. But yeah, I imagine that's probably a similar how you're feeling with Hades 1 and 2. And I know Hades, the format at least, and the style, there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that came out. And that's apparently a similar formula to Hades. And it's like, that sounds really good then. That sounds like definitely worth a try, worth a play out. So if I end up playing Hades and enjoying Hades, I think I'd be invested in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well. Right, jump into Quest 4, a chance encounter. While searching the floor, the group proceeds through a strange door. Stray discovered. Having dealt with what laid ahead, they come across a surprising individual. Grumpy, I don't think you've been on when I've asked questions relating to the Switch 2, but what Switch 2 games would you recommend to look into for potential purchase or play? And when I say Switch 2 games, I mean games that are exclusively Switch 2. I don't mean a game that's ported to Switch 2 or an upgrade from Switch 1. I mean a Switch 2 game. I haven't got my Switch 2 yet. Fingers crossed I can get one this week. I'm hoping so. So yeah, I know if I'm getting it, then I believe I'll be getting Donkey Kong Bonanza with it. But I'm just curious to kind of add games to like a wish list as such. That are, if they're, something, if there's anything, kind of worth my time or worth looking into. So I'm just getting opinions from those that actually have a Switch 2. Yeah, like I said, I don't believe you've been on when I've asked the question. So if you do have any Switch 2 related games that you'd recommend, please feel free to do so and I'll make a note. Mario Kart World. Yeah, I'm holding off from Mario Kart World. I'm playing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and that's my main focus for a racing game. I'll eventually get Mario Kart World, that's a given, but I'm personally not in a rush for Mario Kart World. It looks fun, it looks good. I'm sure it'll be great like previous Mario Kart games, but Sonic Racing Cross World has a lot of content that I believe, or at least right now, at least, I'm more heavily focused on and invested in. I think what happened to me was with the Mario Kart series was I played a large portion of Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and then they released 8 Deluxe. 8 Deluxe is great, but I got fatigued very quickly with that game. So when they announced all the booster courses, I started playing them, and I still don't think I've played all the tracks in the booster course. It's just I got fatigued with it very quickly, because when you've spent so many hours on it on the Wii U, for them to then release the same game on, in the form of Deluxe on the Switch. So yeah, I don't know if I had time to just constantly, play through the game, and so with I think maybe it's a good thing that Racing Transforms come out or Racing Cross Worlds come out, because it'll give me a large break from the Mario Kart series, so that when I eventually play World, I'll enjoy it a lot more and spend more time on it than playing like so many hours and then eventually putting it down to potentially never play it again, sort of thing. So Mario Kart World is just one that it is on my radar, but it's not something I'm jumping to. Yeah, it's one that I will eventually. Is there anything here? There's anything here. Okay, Liz, thank you so much for joining. How's it going? You having a good what are we on? Are you having a good Sunday? How's your day going? Grumpy, no, I'm not getting the Pokemon bundle. So the Pokemon bundle, I believe, much like the Mario Kart World bundle, is a downloadable code, and I still go for physical games. So I have Pokemon Legends ZA on pre-order physically, so I'll end up actually getting a Switch 2 game before I have a Switch 2 console at this rate. But yeah, no, I'm avoiding getting digital games as much as possible on consoles. Yeah, so I've got a physical copy of Legends ZA on pre-order, but I won't be getting the bundle, no. The only thing that would have like swayed me over to going for a bundle is if the console itself was like a limited edition. It had like a nice design on it, like on the back of the Switch 2 or on the dock or something. That would have been really cool. But yeah, no, since it's literally just a downloadable code and the Switch 2 design, etc. is just a standard, I'm getting the physical copy. Going just very unmotivated today. Oh, really? Well, hopefully I can helping keep you engaged and entertained with Sword Art here. You missed us. You might have missed us unless you were lurking. We did an online match. An aid got requested and we just jumped into it. We got a few legendary items, which was cool. We didn't get anything to unlock Nige. So we'd still have to work towards that eventually. But like you said yesterday, was it? You have to be like character rank 90. Which isn't, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. But we did level up actually. We did rank up twice, I think. So I think we're rank 48 now. At rank 50, you get an achievement. So yeah, we're almost there. At least for the achievement. Who shot me? Where these things here? But Grumpy, if you don't mind me asking, Grumpy, what games do you have for your Switch 2? That are Switch 2 games. Because I think Switch 2, unfortunately, has come out similar to the PlayStation 5, in my opinion, where there hasn't been many Switch 2 many games exclusive, or not exclusive, but designed and released for that system. So like PlayStation 5 didn't have a great launch library. And I feel the same way with the Switch 2. What keeps shocking us? Where's the enemy that keeps shocking us? I guess let's go over here. Come on. Oh, we've only got 2 more consoles. Okay, so we're almost there. Oh, the only Switch 2 game you have is Mario Kart. You're getting Donkey Kong on payday. Oh, nice, nice. Are you going to get the DLC as well? People have mixed feelings on the DLC for Donkey Kong. I think some people believe that it should have been included in the game. I think some people find it odd, which I agree. Like they released DLC within months of the game's release. Like you could have potentially either included it in the game, or you could have held back and released the DLC at a much later date, and then given the base game some time to breathe. But yeah, for whatever reason they've released it sooner. On top of that, it's not a cheap price either. But yeah, do you think you're gonna go for the DLC as well? What about Metroid and Kirby Air Riders? Do those 2 games interest you? I'm really looking forward to Metroid, but I'm playing the games in a story order, so I won't be playing it for a long while, so I'm not going to get it anytime soon. But Kirby Air Riders looks fun. Depending on how far I am and how much progress and time I put into Sonic and how I feel after that. Will determine whether I'd go for Mario Kart or Kirby Air Riders first. I think because Mario Kart World will last longer online than Kirby, it might be wiser to go for Kirby first to play online while the online play is active, because I imagine that will die down. Not very quickly, but it will die down, and then, people will still be playing World, but Kirby just won't have that online presence. And if the game's not going to have like a story mode or much replay value in the offline play, you want to make sure you take advantage while the activities hot. Flame Paladin. What about Grumpy? What about Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment? If I do, and hopefully get the Switch 2 sooner rather than later, then definitely gonna aim to get Age of Imprisonment on launch. One of the things that is really cool is the Nintendo Store is giving a pre-order bonus for the game, or a bonus with the purchase, and it's a notepad. And it's like, I really like my notepads. So it'd be really cool to get an Age of Imprisonment notepad. I do. I got. I didn't get. I didn't pre-order Age of Calamity. I got it much later. But I did actually pick up the notepad from a charity shop, I believe it was. It wasn't used or anything. I mean, it's used now. I've written my like coffee formulations in there. You won't see it, but I've done some notes in there for coffee. But I got another book. I'm sure I got another Zelda book. But yeah, so hopefully I can pre-order Age of Imprisonment on launch so I can get that notebook. Grumpy, not your type of game, but you never know. Well, Hyrule Warriors was its own standalone story, but Age of Calamity was a tie-in to like Breath of the Wild. And whether you class it as canon or not, if you liked the story of Breath of the Wild, you may want to play the game just for the story. The gameplay, for me personally, is a lot of fun. I enjoy Musou games. But like, if you like the story of Breath of the Wild and you want a bit more of the characters, then Age of Calamity is definitely something worth picking up. And Imprisonment that's coming out is Tears of the Kingdom related. So, it's... again, if you like the story of the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, if you like that story, the lore, etc., Age of Imprisonment's a great extension of that. Dark ZA releases next week. It does on Thursday. I'm really hoping I can. I'm really hoping I can get the Switch 2 by then. I basically there's a benefit I get with work, and that's what I'm relying on. And I got everything confirmed, but I'm just waiting. So I'm hoping I get the AOK, the notification, the details, etc. Early next week, so that I can so that I can order the Switch 2, so that I can have it in time for ZA. If not, what we'll do is we'll try and jam the ZA cartridge into the Switch 1, and we'll try and get it working like that. I'm sure that'll be a fine bit of viewing. I don't remember breaking this wall, but I will take the goodies. Take the goodies indeed. Oh, there's another broken area over here. The amount of times we must have played in these kind of areas, and I've just ignored all these broken these breakable walls. See, there's one over here as well. Oh, this will be our costume, I believe. Our clothing. There we go. The hell stop. So yesterday, me and the Pepper Sky watched Penguin Highway. A really good film. Really a really good film. I'd recommend it. It's basic premise is you've got this kid genius, or this intelligent boy, and It's he has an interest in this woman, this girl. Much older woman to a degree. Um, but like he's just a young kid, so he's just kind of going through the love stages, I guess you could say. But this these penguins just start showing up in town, just out of the blue. So he decides to do research and investigate into it. So it's basically him, the girl, looking into these penguins showing up in town, and the mystery behind it. I'll say no more than that. I think I know a lot of films and whatnot are always best to go in not knowing anything. But I do feel the less you know about it, the better. Just to avoid spoilers and whatnot. And then you don't want to you don't want to ruin the mystery. Um, so yeah, we watched Penguin Highway. Like I said, I definitely recommend it. It was a lot of fun. Did really enjoy it. Are you saving for the £1,000 PS6? Well, the PlayStation 6 isn't going to come out for a very long time. On top of that, we don't know what the price range is. So I'm not saving up for it, but if the console interests me, then I'll most likely purchase it. But it depends what it's like and what it offers. What about yourself though, Grumpy? Do you think you could? Do you think you'd purchase it? I know you've got your Steam Deck and your Switch too now, so um, you've got like almost you could say the best of both worlds in terms of game library because with Sony releasing games on the play on Steam now and PC, you have the benefit of being able to play PlayStation games. On top of that, through like I was gonna say games for Windows then, but that's not been around for decades now. But with Game Pass or Microsoft releasing their games onto PC, again you've got that option. So unless you really like the PlayStation 6 and what it has to offer, you're most likely just gonna benefit from just sticking to your Steam Deck and your Switch. Right, let's see what we've got. But first off, we've got Sonic Talon for both Yui and Silica there. Don't particularly care for them, but we've got them. We've got them. Right, let's see what we got. Dismantle, because we don't need this stuff. It's just too weak for us. So hopefully when we get to like the later DLCs, the character rankings will increase, but we'll see what happens. Oh, you're not a fan of the PlayStation 5 controller or the PlayStation controller? I mean, we don't have the PlayStation 6 isn't confirmed, like other than it's in development. We don't have a design or anything for it. So I assume when you say you don't like the PlayStation controller, you just mean the 5 controller or previous gen controllers. But I like the PS5 controller. I'm a fan. One thing that I like is, at least with the PlayStation controller, is I feel like it's a lot more unique and different in design and appearance and everything, in comparison to like the Xbox controller and the the Nintendo Pro controller, whatever it's called. Like I feel like the Pro controller and the Xbox controller, even like my 8-bit Do controller, like they're all very designed to look the same. but I feel like the PlayStation 5 controller in terms of design is just slightly different enough for it to feel unique to me. But you're saying the PlayStation 5 games don't interest you, really? Marvel Spider-Man, the God of War series, Horizon, none of them interest you? Wow. I feel like a lot of games that are PlayStation based, like your Astro Bot, or your Ratchet and Clank, etc., I really like them. I think like Xbox got a lot of their games through purchasing studios, etc. So now they've got Activision, they've got Call of Duty and all that jazz and whatnot. Um, but as a lot aside from Halo and Gears of War and Forza, I guess, I would say that PlayStation and Sony, like, they have a better library of games. But you're saving for a PC as well, then? Okay, okay. Do you have any, what are your intentions with the PC then? Because you can do a lot of stuff with your Steam Deck. So is this something that the PC is going to offer you that the Steam Deck can't? Play games on a bigger screen? Well, you can do that for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you get the Steam Deck dock, you can then obviously connect it to a monitor for a lot, playing on a bigger screen. The only downfall is you're running off the technology of the Steam Deck, so your games aren't getting upscaled to 1920 1080p if you've got, like a full HD monitor or anything like that. So going for, I guess, like a PC would be the way to go on that to counter that. So like I've got Borderlands 3 and it runs perfectly fine on the Steam Deck, looks fine on the Steam Deck, but the moment I put that into the Steam Deck's dock, hook it up to my TV downstairs, which is 48-inch, I believe, it just doesn't look that great. So for me at least with my Steam Deck, I like the way I've got all my systems. I all have them for like specific kind of games. So like my Steam Deck for the most part, I've been playing either indie games or platformers or games that don't need a PC heavy to play. Or I've been using it for grinding in certain games. So like when we played Sword Art Online in the past, or when we were playing Tales of Graces, I would use the Steam Deck to play portable on the move or whatever and grind away. And then my PC itself is for like first person shooters or Doom and Quake and games like that, for example. Yeah, each system and console etc. that I have they're all have their own purposes and they all do different things for the most part. I don't particularly have so many things that are kind of crossing over between the two, which I think works well for me because if I had like every console and not too many games on each, then it'd be kind of like, well, what's the point of having all these systems if I'm not going to benefit from them and to their full potential? So I feel for the most part, everything works really well for me, and I think I do all right. But I guess that varies from person to person, from system to system. Right, moving on to Quest 5. Within the Shards, the recommended player rank's gone up by 1, so we're on to 23 now. Having teamed up with Administrator Kirito and the others, proceed through the maze to find the cause of the anomaly.
とカーディナルって仲良しなんだね。
どうしてそんな話になるのかしら。
え、だってちびっこってあだ名で呼んでるから仲良しの友達なのかなって。私の世界ではみんなカーディナルさんとかカーディナル様って呼ぶ人が多かったし。
全てにおいてあのちびっこよりも優秀な私があの子を友達になどするわけないでしょ。なかなか面白いことを言うのね。
よくわかんないけど友達じゃないっぽい。それじゃあライバルって感じなのかな。
あなた何を聞いていたのかしら。あのちびっこと私が競争相手なわけないでしょ。全てにおいて私の方が勝っていると言っているのだから。
おいおい、二人ともそろそろ。
皆さん、前方に多数の反応です。反応群の中心にフロアボス級のエネミーが存在するようです。この迷宮区の中で最も強力な反応です。おそらくここが。
ああ、異変の中心かもしれない。少なくともそいつを倒せば何かわかるだろう。クイネラ、
いいでしょう。感謝なさい。魔獣ごときを相手にするのは嫌だけど、今回は坊やに手を貸してあげる。
それじゃあみんなで敵をやっつけよう。
任せて。
Yep, still to Kirito, Straya in Alex. Oh, go on, let's throw our administrator in there as well. So, after we watched Penguin Highway last night, it was pretty late, and the Purpose guy had work this morning, so we didn't game too long, but we jumped back onto Sword of the Sea. And the cool thing with PlayStation is if games have been set up through PlayStation a certain way, they will tell you the percentage of how far you are in the game for progression and completion. And it said, oh, we're 75% of the way there. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, we could finish this potentially. I know that Sword of the Sea is a short game, so surely we're already a couple of hours in. It's, you know, we've got to be near the end, right? So, yeah, we loaded Sword of the Sea up, and we finished it. We finished the game. It does unlock New Game Plus, so that is always a possibility at some point later down the line. You also gain a high score at the end of the game as well, so you can always challenge yourself to try and get a better score. But yeah, we finished Sword of the Sea. 3 hours it took to finish. It is a short, but very fun, relaxing. This guy said calming, like music and the gameplay and everything. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Sword of the Sea, I would definitely recommend it. Now, I got it included in PlayStation Plus. So I looked into the retail price of the game, and it's $25.99. So I personally think it's not too bad of a price, but I understand where people are coming from if they suggest that actually $25.99 for a game that takes, on average at least, 2.5 hours to complete. I get that, but the gameplay itself, the replay value in it, if you did want to go for 100%, you'd be on it for many more hours. You wouldn't be just done there and then. I think it's definitely worth a look. I think the game would possibly benefit from maybe having a very small, limited demo, maybe, to try and entice you to go, actually, I do like this. I think I'd pay for it. But, yeah, Sword of the Sea, I would definitely recommend it. I think it's... I know it's on PlayStation, of course. I don't know if it's on Switch or Xbox, but I believe it's on PC, maybe through Epic Games, maybe not, maybe Steam. But yeah, Sword of the Sea. I would say definitely look into it. It's a exploration game in which you use your sword as like a surfboard. And you have to replenish the ocean and the wilderness back to a back from return it to that state from what's a desert wasteland. Um, and yeah, you journey through the different biome-like areas, and you bring back the ocean and the habitats there and creatures and whatnot. And it's just a very fun, simple, satisfying game. Like the gameplay is very fun. Eventually, you can unlock the ability to do tricks. And that just kind of adds to the fun of it. You don't have to do any tricks, but if you want, you can do. The options there, and then you unlock power-ups and other abilities as you go on. But yeah, definitely worth looking into. If you've heard about it already, consider it. If not, look it up. Sword of the Sea. I would definitely recommend it. Sty, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. How's it going? Are you having a good Sunday? How's your day going? Have you completed the Minecraft event, the Minecraft festival? Got all your goodies? Or did you at least go up to the horn? You're not finishing, but you at least got the horn? That's good, that's good. You said you wanted to go up to the horn, so I'm glad. You're not a fan of the game modes? Oh, you mean as in like the use so many items or tap your allies or do so many tricks? Is that what you're referring to, sorry? Shootout is too chaotic and Spin Dash is super annoying. I think Spin Dash for me didn't always pan out because I'd like Spin Dash off the edge or something. And the shootout is very chaotic. I personally don't mind it, but that's only because we've played those modes in short bursts. So I'm thankful that it's not like a forced main or gameplay of the game. But hey, you've got your rewards, so now it's just wait until next week because, well, actually, to be fair, I can't remember when the next festival is. I don't think we've not had an announcement at least, but I can't remember when exactly the festival when we're going to get the festival. It'll be whenever the next DLC is. Which I think the next DLC is Joker. I think it's Joker, then SpongeBob. You just unlocked the AI Cream skin and made a copy of my Cream Extreme gear to match. Oh, nice. How did you say you get the AI skins? Is that through the time trial? I did one time trial race. I think it was on yesterday, I think it was. And I got a B rank. I don't believe B rank's very good, but I personally thought I did all right on the track. I thought I did okay. I didn't look into anything, but I went, hey, Shadow's speed, he should be good, right? So I went with Shadow, and then I attached all these gadgets that were all like speed based and acceleration. I got a B rank, but I thought I did all right. So I was happy with that. Joker's expected in... Oh, right, Joker's... So Joker will be the next festival then. Potentially next week, unless we get it on... unless we get it at the later end of October. And then SpongeBob is expected in November. Okay. I'm really, I don't know how I'm gonna go about this because on the last, at the end of the month, I've got SonicCon UK, so I'm gonna have to potentially bring my Steam Deck and hopefully get a good internet connection to play the festival. If not, I'm gonna miss out on the festival goodies. To unlock the AI skins, you have to complete all Grand Prix races. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't have that. I've only done... I did a Grand Prix on Saturday. So I think I've done maybe 5 of the Grand Prix so far. But I'm taking my time with the game. I'm really enjoying the game. I'm just not rushing to play it back to back to back. Didn't realize we had to break the targets. Oh, no, 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 no. We're not going to do it in time. Break the targets. Stray is kind of slow. I think I think Stray is meant to be a tank. Yeah, we're not going to be able to hit that. Alice can't fly. Administrator can fly. Oh, we failed. But you're saying you unlock the friendship menu and then spend 3,000 tickets, 1,500 to unlock the rewards before it, which are title and stickers. Oh, right, okay. So you got to save up. You got to save up or earn a lot of tickets over time, then, haven't you? Then the ticket grind to unlock everything is insane. I've heard, yeah, I've seen people's criticisms of it. Until I fully play the game and really get into it, won't have an opinion just yet. But it is sounding like my opinion's probably going to sway towards they should give you more tickets, maybe. To unlock all the AI skins, 69,000 tickets. Wow. Well, I mean, unless you want all the characters or your races all the characters, I guess the whole thing about getting everything would be more down to completionists. Like, I imagine the average fan of the game is only going to want 1 or 2 AI skins. I'll be surprised if the average fan wants everything. So, I guess maybe they had that in mind. But yeah, that's a lot of tickets you're going to have to earn. Actually, we could probably just do this with Administrator here. So we can just, fly around. And I think we've just got 1 more to go. Wrong way. Is that everything? There you go. Yep, very easy. Then they need to increase the ticket reward. Maybe they will over time, you know. The game's still early days, so maybe in time they'll go, hang on a minute, we've taken feedback and we'll increase the reward. Possibly they might do that. The average fan on PC may want all AI skins because that's what most character mods replace. Oh, I see, okay. That's assuming though that you're saying average again. That's assuming that all average fans on PC mod their games. Like, I know the Sonic fan base heavily like their modding, but again, I wouldn't exactly say that's the average person. But yeah, I think in time, depending on how I feel, like my hope would be to get the majority of the characters, if not all, you know, get them all with this AI skin. Whether I use them would be another thing, but just having them unlocked would be cool. But with me playing so many games and having such a backlog, I won't have the time to kind of fully invest and go for the tickets. So hopefully in time they'll go, hey, here's an online event where you get bonus tickets, or we've increased the ticket count now so you can get more tickets. Maybe they'll do something like that. Like I say, it's still early days. Hopefully, if they get enough feedback, they'll allow it. Much like the online play that we were saying on Friday, where the festival locks you to play in the festival. You can't play online with just random lobbies or random races. You have to do the festival if you want to play online or on those weekends. So maybe they'll take all that into account and make adjustments.
ねえキリト、もしかしてクイネラってものすごく強い？
Oh, you're saying you didn't want AI cream for Marine?
見回すとかなり
You just wanted AI cream for AI cream, right? I was watching the Sonic Talk podcast from Sonic Stadium, and they mentioned how in the game itself there is a part or a color scheme that matches Tangle and one that matches Whisper the Wolf. They believe that those two characters will be coming in December. On top of that, there's the IDW Sonic Racing Cross Worlds comic, and the story for that heavily involves Tangle. So, like, I think what they're getting at is it's all kind of coming together that we might get Tangle, or we will be getting Tangle and Whisper the Wolf in Sonic Racing Cross World. So yeah, that's exciting stuff. I know you would prefer Lanolin Sty, but surely any IDW character is better than no IDW character.
降りるわ回復が必要
チャンスがあれば叩き込めいけねいけね
静かにしてあげる
Yeah, that should be also be changed. Hopefully they'll change it so you can choose to do normal online races. Yeah, I'd like to think so. Because if we're gonna, it doesn't seem so bad if you've just got a festival happening, like, let's say one festival a month or one festival every 2 months. Locking you to play the festival doesn't seem that bad because it's just one single weekend. But so far, we've had 2 weekends back to back in which it's been the festival. So 2 weekends back to back, which usually the average person isn't working on a weekend, you're forced to play the festival if you want to play online. So yeah, I don't think it'd be too bad if there was a large gap between the festivals. But if it's going to be every week, then I think they need to have a separate option there so that you can go, hey, I don't want to do the festival. I just want to play online against other people. Hopefully they consider that. I know that was one of the things that they got a lot of, not backlash, but they did get a lot of feedback on that. Like, I remember when the first festival was coming out, and the news broke that, hey, you can only play the festival, I know on Twitter everyone was talking about it. So it's certainly one that I think most fans are concerned about. So I'd like to think that Sega are open to change, and yeah, fingers crossed they can they can adjust that. Regarding the IDW characters, Star, you saying your hope is that if Tangle and Whisper are added, Lanolin will come with them to complete Team Diamond Cutter. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. The you already have Silver, so there you go. You're already working towards it. I've forgotten the name of the chameleon one, the chameleon character, the bad guy, who used to be part of Team the Diamond Cutters. That would be a very interesting character to include. That would be cool. I don't particularly care for the character, but it'd be, I think it'd be a cool inclusion. And then at that point, mimic the octopus. That's its die. And then at that point, you've got the full Diamond Cutter, crew. One of the things that I remember, I think I briefly talked about it a number of streams ago. So I'll repeat it now. But one of the things that I thought would have been really cool was if you had Sonic Forces and you had the game data there, your character that you've customized and created, that could be playable in Racing Crossworld. Similar to how, like, on the Mario Kart series, where you can have your Mii as a playable character. That would have been really cool if you could import your Sonic Forces character in there. Like, I've got a character that I created and I've played through Sonic Forces with. And then eventually the Perfect Sky made a character. She didn't play the game, but she at least, used the menu to, the UI, the character creator, to make one for herself. But it'd be really cool if that could be imported. Like, I'm sure it would be no harm. Like, the character just has to have basic stats or something, or depending, I guess, on what kind of wisps weapons you use, that might change if your power, speed, or whatnot. But that would be that'd be a really cool inclusion, I think. But Sonic Forces doesn't get much love, so maybe Sega have considered that and gone, yeah, no, we're not going to give you customizable characters. So are you saying your ideal changes to the festival? One festival a month that lasts a week with option to play normal online as well? Yeah, that sounds alright. Then you're stretching out the online play with that, because if all the festivals happen within, like, the first month or two, you're gonna have to start either replaying the festivals, or you're gonna have to create something new for the online online players, other than just races. So spreading it out per month would be, I think that would certainly, one per month, that would certainly be something they should consider. You're saying they seriously need to add boost characters? Do we have any boost characters? I've seen that's obviously a parameter on the game, isn't it? Light, hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. How's it going? You having a good Sunday? Sadly not, no, Night. I've not tried out the Pikmin 3 or 4 demos. The Perfect Sky's been at work, so we haven't done anything, we haven't been able to play together. Plus, I've been busy doing other stuff to even, like, install the demos, but at least thanks to your research and looking into it, we know we've got the option to play. We got the option to play the demos and try out co-op if we do want to. But sorry, yeah, is there any boost characters already then? Miku was literally Miku was the only boost character. And even out of the revealed DLC characters, Joker, Ichiban, SpongeBob, and Patrick. I mean, Joker was in the network, so do we know what Joker is based on what he was in the open network test? I think Mega Man could be a boost character. If they don't add customizable characters from Forces, they could add Gadget, default character. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't have to be your own created one, but it could be the one from Forces, the main, the main like insert character here from Forces. That would, yeah, that would just be a nice nod to the Forces for sure. Oh, you can already see the parameters already when you highlight over them? Okay, so we've got the Turtles, the Avatar characters then, and Mega Man to hold out on and see what they've got. SpongeBob's going to be handling? Okay. Yeah, the menu, not the menu yet, so we don't know what they are. Yeah, I think with them not coming out till next year, they probably just won't include them in the character roster screen yet. Oh, I keep forgetting about Pac-Man. Poor little Pac-Man. I keep forgetting about that guy. Pac-Man is being added in. Yeah, Pac-Man is being added to the. Pac-Man is one of the DLCs. You've got the DLC is basically the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Pac-Man, Mega Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and SpongeBob. Oh, and Minecraft. Sorry. So they're your DLCs. Joker, Miku, and Kasuga are all included for free. So we're getting. Oh yes, we're getting the ghosts. Yes, they showed it in the trailer. The ghosts were included in the trailer. So yeah, Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. I finished Pac-Man World Repack about a week ago, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to trying out Pac-Man World 2 Repack, or Pac-Man World Repack 2, or whatever it's called. Because that game is going to have DLC included, where you can play through Green Hill Zone as Pac-Man in a Sonic costume. And that just looks like a lot of fun. But I'm really looking forward to the Mega Man being able to fight. I got Smash Bros on the brain. To race in Dr. Wily's castle and go through some of the Mega Man stages. That'll be really cool to race on. For sure.
丈夫か。
見て後悔させてあげるわ。リリースリコレクション。相手をしてあげる。静にしてあげる。
敵がダウンした。チャンス。
The dirty scissor here is really taking a while to. There we go. You were a struggle for sure. Right, where's Kirito?
大丈夫かしら。
Also on the topic of Mimic, there's already a mod to replace Jet with Mimic. Oh really? I've not looked into the mods for the game. Like, how do the designs look though? Do they look the part? Mod creator plans to replace AI Jet later. I'm guessing the issue he doesn't have AI Jet, so you can't test. Oh, I see. Flame Eye subspecies. Oh gosh.
皆さん、すべてのモンスターはこのボスを中心にして異常な行動をしている可能性があります。他の敵とは何かが違います。気をつけてください。確かに今までの敵と比べてもかなり強いみたい。
どうやらこの街に今回の原因があるようです。この街を倒せばいいの。
上原さんの言う通りね。この面
Oh, I've seen the replacing Steve with Jack Black. It's not so much of replacing with Jack Black, they've replaced it with the Jack Black as Steve model, because for whatever reason, they decided to actually release toys or a figure of Steve from the Minecraft movie, which literally just looks like Jack Black dressing up as Steve from Minecraft. Because obviously it's just live action, isn't it? You know, he doesn't look... He looks... Yeah, it just basically looks like Jack Black. So it's just basically a figure of Jack Black. And that's obviously what they've modded into the game as Steve, but... It's just crazy. It's just wild, like, you know... It's so impressive what these modders can do. But, yeah, of course, like you say, of course they've got... of course they've added, you know... the Jack Black Steve to replace regular Steve. I mean, think of what they can do with the SpongeBob. We could have Doodle Bob, we could have Robot SpongeBob, we could have Sponge Guy. They could do all sorts with the SpongeBob and the Patrick. Because certainly, at least with like SpongeBob and Patrick, like they've had multiple games over the years, so I bet like there'll be already like assets out there for them to do customization. On top of the fact that Nickelodeon has had like multiple racing games, so you've already got like, I guess, models there that they could take away as well and use. But I'll have to look at some like modding websites and just see what people have designed, just out of curiosity, just to see what they look like. One I did like is that someone put the sound in for the Werehog, like they've taken grunts and whatnot from like Sonic Unleashed and added it to the Werehog. I think that was really cool for those that want to have sound for the characters. We've only gone up to like recommended rank 23, and I already feel like this later end of this dungeon has been a struggle. And that would just keep dying. There we go, a nice bit of big damage for you there. Get up, get up, get up. It didn't do too much damage, but it did some damage. And we'll take every bit of damage that we can. What are you up to now there, Minstai? Are you on Sonic Racing at the moment, or playing something else, or neither? Almost there, almost there. There we go. Nicely done, Kirito. Nicely done. Congratulations. You wrapped up on Sonic before hopping in here, waiting for anime episodes releasing. Oh, right, okay. What are you watching at the moment then? That's rank. Nice. So we got the designs for Sinnoh and Death Gun there. Does it even have a name? Oh, it doesn't even have a name. Odd. And then we can get rid of you. Today it's Gachia Kuta. Gachia Kuta. I've heard of that. Is that the Kodansha manga? Or is that the... It's not the... I think that's the Kodansha, isn't it? It's not Shonen Jump. I know one of them's got like similar sounding names. Oh, it's Kodansha, yes. Yeah. I've just had a look at the I've just had a look at the K manga. Yeah, so it's yeah, it's Kodansha. I think the anime has only just aired as well because the manga's still relatively new. I say relatively new, it's 153 chapters in, so yeah. Yeah, I was I've been meaning to get around to reading Gachia Kuta. Are you enjoying it? Is it any good? And you're also watching Dad is a Hero, Mum is a Spirit, I'm a Reincarnator. Gosh, the titles of these some of these anime, the titles are crazy. Who came up with that as a title? Oh no, I've heard of other titles. I'm aware of like the various titles that are out there. It's just nothing can be as simple and normal anymore. I know there's one anime out there, and it's got like censored within the title. Because it refers to a certain body part of a character.
しでも
Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. My trusted companions tried to kill me, but thanks to the gift of an unlimited gacha, I got level 9,999 friends, and I'm out for revenge on my former party members and the world. That's a genuine anime title. Has it not been broken down into anything and abbreviated?
もうちょっと辛くてもいいけど
ならこれとは別に辛い料理作ろうか。サンドイッチなら俺でも作れるぞ。
本当キリトのサンドイッチ食べたいストレアさん大丈夫キリト君が作ると
Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. Yeah, absolutely. That makes much more sense.
食べられるくらいなら全然平気ここにも味覚が特殊な人がいた
どのような味付けでも構いませんが、残さず食べるのですよ。
ただいまですパパデータの解析無事に終わりました。
ああ、お疲れ様、ゆい。今サンドイッチ作ってるから座って待っててくれ。
はいパパのサンドイッチ大好きですおいいねゆいも一緒に食べようカーディナルさんもお茶をどうぞお疲れ様でしたこれはありがたい正直少しばかり骨が折れたのでな
それで、あのデータの正体は分かったのですか？
ああわかったぞあれはネージュのデータじゃあいやそのかけらと言うべきかの
ネージュの本当なのかカーディナル。
嘘などつかぬよただこのデータだけでネージュを修復できるわけではないネージュを蘇らせるためには
So you're not sure you'll continue to watching that one? Used to the usual perf stuff in anime, but some of the characters are a bit too much in that one. Oh, I see. Okay.
そうだねあれからずっとネージュちゃんのことを探してたもんあいやクイネラはこれがネージュの
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I guess you get to a certain level where they show where there's a bit of you know, edgy stuff or whatever content before it becomes a bit like, okay, this is a bit much. Certainly if it affects the story. If it's not, you know, if it's not like anything good with the plot, or if it's not like, you know, worthy of the story or anything like that, and it's just kind of thrown in there for the sake of it, then yeah, I understand if you obviously want to obviously move on and watch something else.
やっぱり油断できないな。
Giving it one more episode to see if they tone that down. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, with a lot of stuff you could say, like at least with anime, you could watch the first 3 episodes of a series and then judge whether you want to keep watching or not. Like if it hasn't hooked you within those first 3 episodes, put it down and watch something else. You're gonna give it one more episode to see if they tone that down or not. Yeah, see how it goes. See how it goes. I mean, what interested you in checking out the series? Was it the title alone?
ストレアにも助けられたな。
Or did you see like a brief premise for the series and thought, hey, I'll give that a watch?
でも本当にストレアさん強かったよねバトルでもすごく頼りになったよ
ええ、同じ剣士でも私やキリトとは全く違った戦い方をしていました。強いて言えば立ち筋はおじさまに近いかもしれ
Like
ま
I said, me and the Perfect Sky yesterday watched Penguin Highway. That was the film I picked out. And the Perfect Skies picked one of 2 films that we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch one of them tonight, and that's Children of the Sea. I've don't know anything about it. Got it in all the anime limited mystery bundle. So yeah, we're gonna yeah, we're gonna give that a shot and see see what it's like. Has anyone seen or heard of Children of the Sea? All characters are now playable in worlds beyond a moment in infinity. Okay, so that's complete then, I guess. We've completed DLC 1. Only 5 quests. That's quite short, is that? But we have Stray here. Oh wait, let's look at our items, because have we... Oh no, we would have sold our items, I think. So yeah, I don't think we're going to have any we can sell, maybe. Dismantle items. Click to do uncommon. Looks like we've got no uncommons, so... Let's select the rares. And if that gives us enough to do 100 crafting, then that's what we shall do. But with rare, I don't think they actually give you much money. Yeah, not too much there, but it'll do. It will do. Right, let's go to... We don't own DLC 3 or 4. We'll eventually purchase them when they go on sale. So let's jump onto DLC 2 then. Worlds Beyond the Demon King. Quest 1. PK. With a mysterious new PK case or player kill case unfolding, Len and Fukuzero take their investigation to the field of GGO. It's a revenge fantasy anime. Main character gets betrayed because he's seen as weak, but his power is actually stupid overpowered. If viewed specifically in high mana density zones like the bottom of a dungeon. Okay.
もう深かったらみんな揃っちゃってるよ。すみません、遅くなりました。大丈夫よ。私たちも今来たところだから。
さすがシノン GGO のトップスナイパー。今の聞いたか？ヒロインに言ってほしいセリフナンバー1をさらっといただきました。
やだな、ちょっとした挨拶だって。
二人とも変わらず元気そうでよかったよ。
それで私たちに頼みたいことって？それについてじゃがの。どうやらこの空間内においてプレイヤー同士の殺し合い、いわゆる PK が発生しているようなのじゃ。確かこの世界の中で PK されるのは良くないんだよね。
元凶だったガブリエルはいなくなったから以前よりも危険性は減ったと思う。ただ PK 後に何が起きるか結果は未知数。
You're saying that some of the characters, the ones that are introduced in episode 2 at least, are ridiculously prepared to point it harms the story, in my opinion. Yeah, well then I think that's, unless you try out episode 3, I think that's more than enough reason to be like, you know what, I'm gonna put this anime down and, you know, watch something else.
こんな状況だからな。この空間の中で何か異常が。
My guess is it's based off. Is this one of those? I'm guessing it's based off a light novel or a manga, right? Most of these isekai animes or animes with like ridiculous long titles all tend to seem to be based off a light novel or a manga. So I guess because you don't visually see, in a light novel at least, you don't visually see you just read it and described to you, might not seem as bad in a way than visually seeing a character actually do something. So like there's a moment in Sword Art Online in the light novels. Obviously it happens, and it's an awful thing that happens, but in a way, in a way, it's tolerable to read than it is to watch it. So when the anime happened and the adaptation in the anime happened, there was a warning beforehand, and it also got censored, censored a bit outside of Japan.
レーンの身長についてであれば、そうなってもまあさほど問題にはならんじゃろ。しかし仮にこれが自分たちは殺し合わなければならないという思い込みであったとしたら、どうかな。 PK を誘発するような認識、そして PK に伴う動揺や恐怖がプレイヤー間に広く拡散してしまうとなると、なるほどな。こいつは大事件の匂いがするぜ。大事件になる前に何とかしようって話でしょ。その通りじゃ。認識汚染の影響を受けたプレイヤーが増えれば、また大きな問題が起きるやもしれん。それでお主たちには PK を行っているプレイヤーの捜索を頼みたい。
I won't read that outside, but yeah, certainly if that's what's going to happen and continue to happen, if similar scenarios like that die, then drop it. Yeah, like there's a lot of other anime out there. Well, there's a ton of anime out there. Anime is constantly getting churned out, so I'm sure you'll find something that's a lot more your taste and very quickly and easily.
PK が起こる可能性が一番高いとこではあるよな。二人とも任せても平気かしら。全然平気。私たち慣れてるから。そうそう、うちらに任せとけって。
I need to get back round to My Hero. I'm still behind on that. I think yesterday or the day before I did mention I'm on season 6. So I've got season 6 to finish, then 7, and then the final season. I'll get around to it eventually. I'm not in a particular rush, so it's all good. Oh no! No, Sty, it's after the Elf King. To the specific arc is the Alicization arc. The Alfheim or Fairy Dance arc, there was no censorship there. So, for whatever reason, I guess that was considered tamer than what happens. There were some interviews for the voice actresses for the Alicization arc, and Reki Kawahara, the author of the light novels, apologized to them. Because they had to obviously perform that scene. Mainly because you remember the rest of the Alicization ways we forgot. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's not. I wouldn't say it's something you want to remember anyway, but yeah, it's like I say, reading it is different than seeing a visual, like if it was a manga adaptation or the anime, etc. Because with that you're actually viewing it and you've got the sound, etc. When you're reading it, it might not feel as bad. Also, if you wanted to, you could do that with the anime anyway, but you could always skip it as well. If you're going, hang on a minute, this is a bit much for me, I'm going to move on. Yes, the Stern incident. Yes, Sty. That's what I'm referring to. Yes, yeah. Yeah. The before the episode, there was a content warning, and then when it came to releasing on Crunchyroll, I believe If it wasn't already on Crunchyroll, it was when they released the English dub, but they did shorten down some of the scenes than the original Japanese broadcast. So far for me, in terms of what I've viewed and things and whatnot in like the anime world and in the anime scene, I guess that would be the most quote unquote brutal, I guess, you know, for something that's not aimed at that audience. Like if it came out and goes, oh yeah, this is an 18 plus series, you kind of maybe you expect certain stuff. But considering like Sword Art Online, for example, for the most part is just like, I guess 12 plus, I guess. Like it's you know, it's a team thing. It's not, you know, it's not strong in nature of what it is. Yeah, I guess that would be the most out there thing that I've experienced. Got like latency for 0. I guess we'll until we can revive Len at least. Is that a healing circle? There we go, get Len back. Yeah, I think without trying to go down this dark subject, so I'll move on afterwards. But the thing that happened in the Alicization was to kind of drive on the plot to a degree and character development, whilst in Alfheim, or Alfheim Fairy Dance, it felt more like a taunt, a literal taunt, and didn't need to be done based on the character already being evil to a point where you didn't need that extra bit of what we got. Like, it didn't, yeah, you could get away with it not happening and then being like, and still having the outcome that you got. That makes sense for me being vague to avoid talking about the actual subject, but yeah, I've not got round to, I'm still, in terms of the light novel, I'm still on I'm at the War of the Underworld arc, I guess you could say, if we're talking like the anime. So I haven't got to any new Sword Art Online content that I've not already seen. So I'm interested to see, you know, how these later arcs are, since it looks like in terms of the anime for Sword Art Online, we haven't had any activity in a very long time. I think the last thing we got was Gun Gale Online Alternative Season 2. So, if you do want more Sword Art Online, you're going to have to, you know, read the light novels. I don't know why I'm shooting this barrier as if I'm gonna, you know, get past. Right, so this is a healing circle, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, no, no. Here, take this giant bowling ball. Oh, it missed. Nice. This isn't good at all. Right, let's take out the... We need to wait for that healing to come back. Oh, no, we can heal. I forgot we had the healing items. Right, let's take down these long range. So we can try and, you know, get Len back. The end of Alfheim arc is why you would play as Quinella but refuse to play as Suru. Oh yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Right, there we go, we can do a revive now. Oh, there we go. That was short and sweet. Not quite an S rank, we missed a mission. Oh, that mission would have given us the clothing, I bet. No, I wanted to get rid of them. We got Len up though, character rank, which is cool.
GGO に関しちゃやってやられての実力主義だろ。この殺伐とした空気感も GGO プレイヤーには慣れたもんだよな。フカのやってる ALO だって PK もあるし殺伐としてると思う。
残念でした。自分の種族の領土内では平和的なんです。
You know, the news I had to quit a game I'd been enjoying? Quit a game? As in rage quit, or do you mean stop playing the game altogether? That doesn't sound good, Sty. What's happened? Stop altogether? In a game you've been enjoying as well? Skate? Is it the free one? I know there's that new one in the works, but I've not played the free. I haven't played the free, the free open area or the free trial thing. I had I played Skate, the first Skate, a long while back. I tried that out. And this is I'm Tony Hawk all the way. Like, I played the Tony Hawk games. I grew up on them. So like, it was really jarring to be like playing Skate, where it's like you actually need to control your movements and your skill, etc. You don't just mash buttons. So I didn't fully play Skate. I kind of dropped it pretty quickly. I tried it a bit, and that were it. But this new one coming out as you know, with a free open area, open wide world sort of thing, and with a free open test, I was like, oh, I should give it a shot. And then I never got round to trying it out. Is the game actually available now, Sty? Or are you always, or is it still this free demo? I didn't realize the game had been released. Oh, it's early access. I see. Okay. You're saying it's got a there's a skate pass now, and you're saying is the focus just on that then and not the gameplay? What do you unlock in the skate pass though? Is it all cosmetics? I mean, in fairness, with Fractured Daydream, we knew Fractured Daydream was clearly their focus was multiplayer, and the pass. And unfortunately, that's why we've not played this game much at all. Once we finished the story, we kind of put it down because it's just the main focus just became the multiplayer aspect.
とりあえず攻撃は止めてくれたみたいだけど2人が例の認識汚染かどうかってのはいまいちわかんねえな M さんはともかくピトさんに関しては何が正気で
All cosmetics, but the best cosmetics are locked behind the $10 premium pass, and the premium pass only gives $4 worth of premium currency. Oh wait, so you don't, so you do have to obviously pay for the pass. You can't unlock it through free means. Wow. Okay. And you'll have to pay for every pass. See, they say when passes get involved in games, I either think reduce the game's the base game's price to a very small amount or free, or just make the passes like free passes included, and then you just work if you want to grind to unlock stuff. You grind to unlock stuff. Because no one wants to spend £50 plus on a game to then have to grind and pay an extra 10, 15, 20 on a pass to get more unlockables. You know, then you then end up spending over £100 over a period of time on a single game. So, like, one of the things I like is obviously Fortnite's free. So with Fortnite, you can work through a pass, purchase it if you want to, etc. I like that method. Minecraft Dungeons was a really good example of what was done well. You buy the game, and you can buy the season passes or the deluxe edition or the DLC, and with that you get the pass. The pass itself can be worked on in your own time, and you can switch between passes, so you don't lose out on any of the bonuses. Lego 2K Racer did the exact same format, and it works really well. But when you're having to pay the full-fledged price on a game, and then additionally on top of that for the pass, and if the benefits don't work out, if it isn't easy and accessible for everyone to work towards, that's when it becomes like a problem. So you're saying through grinding there's no way to get the premium currency, so you just have to spend money on it? It's saying even worse, they patched out all the fun glitches, while some people still have soft locked progression or crash on launch problems since it released over a month ago. Oh, so they've taken out the almost like the harmless stuff they've taken out, but they've left the harmful, problematic stuff in. That's a weird backwards way of going about fixing bugs and problems. And you're saying the final straw was that they nerfed the XP challenges, giving you from 50 XP to 35, and increased the XP requirement for ranking up the zones. You went from needing 5,000, 6,000 XP to needing 7,000. And needing 7,000 is going to take you longer because the XP giving you is reduced. Wow. Is the game basically going to come out as free to play? Or are you having to pay for the game then? I'm assuming you've got early access then. But like, is the game getting sold at retail price? Because that sounds really cruel then if you have to do all that. Oh, the game's free to play? Oh, if the game's free to play, Sty, I don't think that's as bad then. It's a problem for people, I get it, but if it's a free to play game, you're not paying for anything in the first place, unless you decide to pay for the, the pass. So that doesn't sound as bad. If you had to pay a retail price for the game and then extra on the passes, I don't think that's as bad, but that's just my opinion, is all. Anything that looks decent requires real world currency, and they're focusing on the shop over fixing bugs. Yeah, that's when it's the devs or the company behind it is just that's when it's like it's upsetting. It's like when the main focus is fixing is not fixing the game so it's more accessible and playable for people. When the focus is on the shop and cosmetics, so it just comes across like the only thing they're focusing on is just making sure they're bringing more money in, rather than supporting the people who already own the game. Their main focus is to make sure they bring more people in. But if the current people playing the game are enjoying it and it's getting fixes and it's getting, everything's becoming a smoother experience and a better experience for them in game in playing the games, then through word of mouth and whatnot, it'll gain more sales because people will be talking about it. People will be going, "Hey, can you believe it? They've fixed this game and it's constantly getting support from the devs, and people will buy it." Look at Dying Light, for example. Dying Light was in development for so long, and they gave it continued support and development after its release for like years to come. And and it's a solid, great game, and it still gets sales even with the sequel out and a spin-off and a third game I believe is coming out. Like, that's all you need to do. Case in point, in Skate 3, there was a cheat code to unlock Isaac Clarke from Dead Space as a playable character. Oh, that's really cool. They added a skin to reference that with a cardboard Isaac Clarke costume. Oh, right, okay. But to get that skin, it's $40. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Just for that one character? Or that one skin? That's mad. That's crazy. Right, everyone. On that note, we are going to end the stream here for the night. We'll be back tomorrow for some Fractured Daydream. We'll finish off the DLC. And then I guess we'll decide from there what's next. We've got a lot of games that we've already started that I do want to get round to finishing, so we'll jump onto those games. I still also want to try and get Lost Song resolved for streaming, so we can cover that. But yeah, we'll jump back onto Fractured Daydream tomorrow. I'm actually going to take a look at Skate on Steam after the stream, just out of curiosity. But yeah, for now at least, we are going to end the stream here for the night. I do want to thank you all so very much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. But until next time, until tomorrow, I do hope you all enjoy the rest of your day now, and have a great night. Bye, everyone.